Hi guys, my name is Dot and today game is StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. There is a new co-op mutation, it's called Memorable Boss on Void Launch. As you can see, I've already finished it on brutal difficulty. You can tell this by 4 stars right over here. I found myself not commentating while I was playing because this mutation is really hard. And the only way I could win it is if I could focus on the game 100%. And I saw that a lot of people also have this problem, that this is a really hard mutation and they can't finish it. I decided to make a post-commentary video of what I did, what actually helped me, what didn't work, and what can you do to actually increase your odds in winning. So without further ado, let's hop in. So first thing of all, I think that any one of you that tries to win this game is probably gonna go with Vorazun and Zeratul. I can't tell you about Zeratul a lot, but I can tell you what I did as Vorazun. As Vorazun, I decided to be a support hero. It sounds crazy, but it actually works. While Zeratul was dealing a lot of damage. The most important part of this mastery point guide that I'm gonna give you is this black hole duration and initial and maximum Spear of Adun energy. This is really crucial because, as you probably experienced it, the heroic units are really hard to beat, and once you killed one of them, you actually can't attack them for too long. So increasing the black hole duration actually allows your units to not be silenced by moment of silence and allow you to attack again. So black hole duration plus 60% is well worth it, while initial and maximum Spear of Adun energy allows you to put 1 or 2, maybe 3 more, I don't think so, probably 2 more black holes early on. And it's really crucial because I was running low on energy throughout the whole game, so I think it's really worth it to put all your points like this. So now for the game part. First of all, I want to say that I'm not a pro player, I'm not a really good player. Heck, I probably am a bronze level player, but I can really focus on co-ops. I don't know why. It just works like that. So what I'm telling you is you definitely can do it if I did it. Bronze level player with enough focus can finish this game if he knows what's going on all around. Now for the early game. First I put Dark Pylon and try to get gas as fast as I can. Gas will be your limiting factor in the whole game. You will have excess minerals, but that's to be expected. So whenever I have 150 minerals, I put a gateway. And when it finishes, I'm going for Cybernetic Core and Pylon. Pylon a bit earlier though, so keep that in mind. You should be always producing probes until you have full saturations in your main and in your expansion. When I see that my minerals are saturated in my main base, I change the rally point from my nexus to minerals in my expansion. Keep in mind that doing this mutation with someone in voice chat will be a lot more efficient than what we did. We used in-game chat and it was still okay. Remember to ping most important parts whenever you attack or want to defend. I also want to point this out now that you won't have a lot of units. I rarely passed 100 supply and that is fine. You are not the damage dealer. This part goes to Zeratul and he has to have a lot of cannons. The more late in the game you are, the more cannons he has to have. That's just it. Your units will die and that's okay. Nukes and all the AoE that your opponent will dish out will actually kill your units instantly. The good part is that you are giving invisible units additional damage and you allow them to survive. So Zeratul actually has 2 lives. Now comes the first multitask that you will do in this game. You put Shadow Guard here to destroy the rocks and order them to come back as quick as you can, because this is the time when the enemy is gonna to attack you. Take one of your probes and build additional gateways and Twilight Council. You are rushing towards Dark Shrine and this is the only way to do it. As you can see, enemies spawn some fast units, in this case Hellions, so they interrupted my building, but this is fine because Shadow Guard should be right here and dealing with them. This is the only case in the whole game when Shadow Guard is enough to actually deal with enemies. After that, black hole is your only way out. After you dispatch enemy units, try to go to the first bonus objective. It's something that you will clear anyway, so just order your units to go there. Since they're silent, they can attack, but just order them to move there and they should still deal with the enemies. As you can see, Twilight Council is finishing, so I should be building Dark Shrine right now and trying to get my expansion up. While I'm doing this, I'm usually trying to get my starport too, so I can work towards Speed Beacon, but just try to find a time to place Stargate. So this is really important place in the whole game. This place right here is where you can easily access the enemy spawn point, and we use this tactic to constantly put black hole there, and Zertul had time to actually call all his cannons to destroy enemy units, but we still have to get to this stage of the game. And now the enemies are attacking us. Tychus and the Haka is in this wave, so this shouldn't be this hard. Try to focus the Haka first, he is higher priority. You can use this video to see where and when the enemies are gonna spawn. This is quite useful. You can always throw a black hole there and you can gather your units closer so you can always engage them. By the way, first research you're gonna do for your Dark Templars is not Dark Fury, it's Blink. The reason for this is that Blink allows you to blink out from the enemy moment of silence and re-engage. This is quite useful early on in the game. And after that you get Shadow Fury to deal a lot of damage. You don't need to focus on the last research for GTs. Disabling cannons isn't that important. I just noticed this right now. My ally actually placed monoliths in my Dark Pylon range, and this is cool because everything in Dark Pylon range is invisible, and invisible units with Warzone deal extra damage. This is something you probably noticed by now, and by playing a lot of this game mode, you will see that enemy units spawn heroes. Heroes always spawn with shuttles, they always spawn with attacking wave of your base, and they always spawn with attacking wave on the bonus objective. So actually you won't avoid bonus objective heroes, you will have to deal with them. And this is the moment that my ally is looking for the artifact. I'm not dealing with this, I'm just waiting for enemy to show up here. They will definitely show up here, I'm just getting ready with my time stop. And this is really important to use your time stop often because it's a cooldown mechanic, so you want to use it as often as you can, right? There should be a word about which hero units you should be targeting first. In my experience, there are 4 main units that, well, 5 main units that you should actually target. It's Nova, the Haka, Karax, Kerrigan, and Zagara. These 5 hero units deal a lot of damage or spawn more units or have nuke. So you want to target it. This is actually perfect for us because Nova wasted her nuke really early on here, so she's not a huge threat anymore and we can deal with her really easily. This is the moment that actually makes or breaks the run in my experience. This is the moment when the bonus objective is presented, and as you can recall, bonus objectives also spawn additional heroic units. This is why there is so many of them right here. It's about 5 or 6, and if you don't engage them correctly, they will go to your expansion and destroy everything that there is. This is basically game over and you have to redo everything. And this is basically because of how annoying the current hero units are. There is Kerrigan, I believe there are 2 Novas, so you have your hands full of everything that wants to kill you and destroy all your units. In this case, I'm even losing every unit or actually using their lives because I am Warzone and I teleport units that should die but are invisible. Here there is a Zertul that I didn't knew that was here. I know that something was killing me and I couldn't point out what was it. There was this green color I've never seen on any unit, and that's because it's a Zertul, so yeah. So as you can see, researchers are landing right now. The bonus objective will spawn additional wave, this time with Kerrigan, so this is gonna be hard because she deals a lot of damage. There is also Arcanist, and there is a wave behind them that is the shuttle wave. And as you can see, Zeratul is trying to put as many cannons as he can, monoliths and everything that he actually can do. He drops his colossal unit, I can't remember his name, and we're trying to deal with this as best as we can. We actually slip here 2 shuttles, so we could have done it better, but overall this wasn't a game-ending blunder. Also a note right here that Black Hole doesn't work on shuttles. Shuttles are also heroic units. I bet you know this by now, but I'm just gonna state the obvious. And about the black holes, you have to be wise to use it and not overuse it. This is really hard, and this will probably come with experience, but I think this is doable. Also, if you notice, I'm using my Dark Templars to blink out from heroic units. This is important because you can dish out more damage. I told you this once, I'm gonna remember you this again because this is a handy tip. And as you can see, enemy are swarming right here, right now. I'm dropping Black Hole and I'm not afraid to use another one right after this one because I see there are a lot of enemy units and I don't want to deal with them. As you can see, I saw Kerrigan throwing explosive nova, so I'm pulling all my units away so that they won't get hurt by it. And time stop to finish this fight. And another thing that time stop is good at is giving you more time, and this time is used to actually regenerate your energy that you use to put black holes. So again, use your time stop whenever you get the chance. These are tennises or the last thing that survived, and they aren't that dreadful. They only have 2 lives and charge, so they aren't as dreadful, and actually they push you away whenever they die, so it's awesome because you don't get silence. And this is actually a little break you can get as many units as you can, rally them to the front of the enemy base because this is gonna be their gathering spot. This is the place they're gonna spawn new units, and you wanna be on top of them whenever they are gonna show up. And this is one of the best moves I made in my whole game, placing a forge. This forge was with intent to putting these pylons here and cannons, and you will see in the future why this is so important. Place as many cannons as you can. I wasn't good at this, I wasn't on top of my game, but these cannons, these pylons are really crucial and are really awesome late game. Now I see that the shuttles are coming in, so I'm trying to go here with all my army and looking for the enemies. And what catches me by surprise is that enemies are actually spawning on the other side of the map. You can see right now that they spawn on the right side, and I kind of panicked, so I'm trying to move my units as quickly as I can to this side. And this is why this move is awesome with pylons. They, instead of attacking any one of us, they attack these pylons. So not only we buy some time for my expansion to survive, enemies are not dealing damage to my macro, and this is awesome. And my probe lives, so I can place more pylons, more cannons, and I can advance my game even further, not hindering my macro. Also a thing to note, Zeratul has to be on top of his game. On the left side there were shuttles that were still coming to Warp Gates, or whatever this is. And on the right side you have the army attacking my pylons, and after that probably my expansion. So Zeratul has to have divine attention on all those points. And right now there are a couple of things that are happening right now. First of all, there are nukes. Enemy are using ghosts to attack us with nukes, but fortunately we are going the cannon route, so they are dying to our cannons, actually to Zeratul cannons. Now the second thing, bonus objective is coming right up. You can see that the triangle on the minimap is coming to its destination, and this means that the enemy is gonna spawn more units, especially more heroic units. And this time with 2 enemy waves from shuttles, there are gonna be a lot of heroic units that we have to deal with. As you can see, Kerrigan is trying to pull off her explosion nova, so I'm trying to dodge that, dropping time stop and try to destroy everything that I can find there. As you can see on the minimap, The shuttles are coming on the left side and there is nothing to give the vision. This is something that I didn't do and something that you can do better than me. Place there a pylon, place there 3, 4, 5 pylons and drop ton of cannons. This not only gives you protection for shuttles and enemy units, this also gives vision for Zeratul to drop his cannons there. Since I dropped my time stop, the enemy units got separated from their shuttles. Shuttles went ahead and we could use this time to actually destroy them while the army was frozen. And now since this army is coming to our base, to us, we have to drop Black Hole to prevent them from advancing and allowing Zeratul to drop as many cannons as he can with monoliths. So you can see that the enemy has his hands full to destroy everything that there is around. As you can see, Zeratul and Carrix actually survived this, so we have to deal with them the old-fashioned way. And in the meantime, in the base, you should get as many units as you can, and all the excess minerals you should use for pylons and cannons on the side of the warp gates. And now you can see that the wave is coming. This is one of the hardest waves, so you should be prepared. And here we have the Zeratul that we actually didn't kill, so we have to deal with him at our base, but this isn't a problem since Zeratul has a lot of cannons. And this wave is incoming and I don't have time stop. I'm really worried about this, but this shouldn't be a problem. Still, I don't have a lot of supply, not past 100, so I'm doing something wrong. I'm dropping the cannons as I said before. This is something that you should be doing. I wasn't focused, so I didn't do this enough. The nuke is dropping and the enemy are incoming. We are still trying to catch them at their spawning point. As you can see, when they are here, I'm dropping my black hole and trying to destroy them with everything. Cannons from Zeratul are helping to destroy them, and since they cannot be silenced, they can constantly deal damage. So I'm dropping black holes whenever I can, and I see that they make a lot of sense. And I'm trying also to buy time to get my time stop. I can see that there is a lot of wave, and I don't want to use my black hole immediately. I'm trying to gather them in a choke point, so the ramp is actually a perfect position to do this. This also helps to move shuttles forward, so cannons actually can destroy them, and these units are actually occupied in this position. And as you can see, my time stop is almost up, and I'm trying to not use all the energy right here, right now. Time stop is ready. I'm trying to drop it now. Now. I said now. Now. As you can see on the minimap, there is a bonus objective going right now. I didn't went for it. I didn't felt like I had the chance or time to do it. I had to focus on all those units that are still frozen and to kill them all right here, right now, because there is a still wave on the right side. And again, this wave actually saves my expansion from them, and these cannons, these pylons are really awesome. I highly recommend using them. Use this tactic on both sides. This saves a lot of time and a lot of minerals. And right now on the top right of the minimap, you can see that the next wave is incoming. And we still have to deal with Zagara and this hybrid over here. Now that I look at it, I should have moved my probe to the left side where the warp gate is and place a pylon and a lot of cannons so we can have something against this wave that is incoming. And right about now there should be a next wave to go to the bonus objective. We didn't answer them immediately, and this is a problem in the future that we have to deal with now. Since shuttles are incoming and we missed 2 of them already, we decided to actually go for them. We don't want to miss any more than 2, so we decided to deal with them later and deal with this now. I'm throwing preemptive black hole because I'm afraid that there is gonna be some BS spawn of heroic units, so I want to catch them off guard and deal as much damage as I can, maybe kill something. And as you can see, Zagara and probably something more annoying is right here to destroy and ruin our day. Now you can see that I'm out of mana and I'm trying to type this to my ally, and since we didn't dealt with the red dot at the top, they came to us and actually we lose this expansion. So we dealt with everything that came up there, and at this point I'm trying to tell you something that I thought at that moment. Since everything is going really bad, I don't have a lot of units and I have a lot of minerals that I didn't put in any good use. I have little energy and time stop isn't ready. What could you think at this spot? I thought that this is over and this is it. That we cannot win and there is nothing for us here. Well, I was wrong, and luckily I was wrong. Things are bad, but always play the game to the very end. This is a good state of mind to never give up, because you might actually surprise yourself. So you can see that time stop is almost ready. I gain maybe 2 black holes, so we can stall some time, and at this point nobody expects to kill all the enemy units. What you should be focusing is the shuttles, and shuttles are the only thing that matter. We have 2 shuttles that can go through, we can't let third one to go, so yeah. Give your best and don't give up to the very end. This is the only and best advice I can give you. So enemies are incoming and we have to deal with them in one way or another. I decided to first use the black hole so that shuttles can come closer and the enemy can stay behind after I use time stop. As you can see, shuttles are moving while the enemies are stopping. My ally is using all the cannons to actually destroy shuttles, and this is the perfect pull from him. All we have to do is destroy those shuttles. Remember when I said to build pylons and cannons near the gateways? Well, this is also the reason. You get the vision for Zeratul to use his cannons. This way we can destroy every shuttle on the mid and on the right side. We didn't actually deal with the 2 shuttles on the left, but we didn't have to do that. All we have to do is not allow 5 of them to get away. We are still trying to get the last 2 of them. We don't know how many there are, so we try to get all of them, and this is it. Look at the joy in the chat. We were so happy when we got this, and I hope that you can get this too. So that's it for my guide. I hope it was helpful. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the replay. You can study it and maybe find something that you can do better. And since you are already down there, you can leave a comment and tell me what actually you played to beat it. And please return when you win actually. I wanna know if you actually managed to win the game. And tell me what combination of commanders that you used. If you ever gonna find yourself having trouble with the future mutations, I'm gonna be posting them still here, so you can subscribe to this channel, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.